how do we train people? How do we get the right people? How do we get enough people? And then also, how do we empower them to do a good job in the role that we need them to do?
I think there's this little bit of this sort of opportunity shortage more than anything else. Like I've talked to a lot of people who are super keen to get into this space, and I think that getting into digital forensics and incident response is probably the bigger barrier here. And granted, this kind of changes between different countries and different regions, but I guess my experience has been out here in Australia and Asia Pacific and a little bit in the US as well. We need to kind of let people sort of understand early on in sort of their late sort of schooling years to kind of understand that, hey, there are these really cool careers in things like cybersecurity, just as a starting point, and also expose to them that cybersecurity is a very, very broad area. The other thing too is it's a very new industry as well. I mean, although it's been around for a very long time, it's not as sort of mature or as sort of old and have as much sort of legacy information as something like the medicine industry, which has been around for a very, very long time.
Right.
Because I've talked to a lot of people that go, hey, I'm super keen to kind of do what you do. Where do I start? Like, I'm about to go into uni. Do I do a master's of IT? Do I do engineering? Like, where do I kind of go? And I think at this point, things are on very, very different scales. Like, I've seen universities try to do things like cybersecurity degree and really kind of struggle to give current knowledge on what cybersecurity is. And I think that is the harder part at the moment is kind of where do I go to get current knowledge on cybersecurity? Because that's what employers are looking for. Like I also say to people is you don't necessarily need a degree to go into cybersecurity. Well, I think a lot of the more industry certifications that I've done are probably more beneficial than kind of doing a full degree or anything along those lines. What they've done, what's their background, like have they worked in IT as a starting point?